It's happening. It's day one. It's day one at Universal. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. So we're going to bounce between Universal and Islands of Adventure today. The theme parks, both of them, open 9 AM till 7 PM. There's no Halloween Horror Nights tonight. So both parks are on the same opening. We have no plan. We're just going to take it as we come. Quite frankly, as long as I get our minions, that's really all I care about. And you'll watch our travel vlog. I did say we're not using a travelator to walk along here. We're going full front footage. So 82 degrees at the moment. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. We're not really due a lot of sun, as we did say in our sort of welcome video. We're not due a lot of sun. It's just going to be so humid. But we're going to get an unlimited cup, which they do here. Don't do it at Disney, although you can get free water refills at Disney. So we are going to get a water cup for Disney so we can refill water. Oh, it's just like a dream come true. It really is. Here we are, Universal Studios, Florida. I have to say, it's been a really difficult year this year. I didn't think I'll be coming back here anytime soon, but it's just a case of needing a break, picking up a good deal, just coming out and having 12 days of amazing fun at our own leisure. Not going out to Busch Gardens this time, and we're not doing Halloween Horror Nights, unbelievably, one may say, but I don't actually like the lineup. But we are going to do Hallow Scream, which will be covered on our trip, and for the first time ever, we will be doing Mickey's Not So Scary, which I can't wait for, to be honest. There's things I want to check out here as well, if it's open. I want to have a look in the stores, particularly the Epic Universe store, if I can find it. Opening next year, Epic Universe is, I don't want to use the pun, it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. Look at that. Get a towel. Oh my god, it's like shopping element. We will get to the model in a minute. I want to look at the merch. This is Epic Universe. It's Stardust Racers now. Got Sky Flyers, Spinning Coaster, obviously the hotel / park, and then you've got over the back, which we will walk around, for Harry Potter, Dark Universe, and of course Super Nintendo World. What a model. So it's a pre-scan of tickets, so you can walk in early. As you can see, the Halloween Horror Nights stage, and of course Minions Land, which was new last year when we come. So I think we will take a side step and go into Universal Studios store. We may as well, to be honest. Can't do anything for about 20 minutes. As you can see, it's all blocked off here just to get people in the gates. I have to say, this looks very familiar pattern from somewhere in the UK. Want to have a guess? Right, it has pained me, but I've walked straight past VelociCoaster Minion Blast, which is actually open, and we are going to head down to Harry Potter and escape from Gringotts. I say it every time, I don't know everyone else does as well, you just forget you're at a theme park. You just forget when you look around that, you know, the theme and the detail and everything is just insane. Now, ride closures at Fast and the Furious. Sadly, Fast and the Furious isn't open because of a Halloween event, which we're absolutely gutted about, because that was definitely a ride that I was going to run to first. But everything else should be open, and it may be things like Rip Ride Rocket, potentially. Might be the last time we get to do that, if the rumours are true. And as the week goes on at Disney as well, very much a few rides we might be doing for the last time. Of course, this might be the last Krusty Land as well, but I don't think anything prepares you if you've never been to Universal Studios. Just walking through this random wall, you can't see anything from the other side at all, and it's not an entrance, you know, you've not got a big Harry Potter sign up or anything. And I know people film it all the time. I'm going to do the same, because it's just breathtaking as you walk in. It's just breathtaking. And of course the bridge up above for the train that goes over to Islands of Adventure. Wow, right, anyway, I can't believe I'm here. Right, we're heading to Gringotts, which currently has a 15-minute queue. I think a lot of people have headed here. Of course, they do provide free lockers. You need to get a locker for your bag. Can't take bags on any ride here. Oddly enough, at Disney, you can take them on everything, pretty much. But here, you do need to get a locker. So let's go get a locker, put our bits away, and then head into the bank. I love Harry Potter. Oh my God. Look at the cards. Right, obviously we can't film one right here. Just look at them. Such a good ride. We came the year it opened in 2014. I was blown away by it then. I still think now it's just a fantastic story-driven ride with effects and everything. I'm not going to spend too much time here at the moment. Obviously we'll be back. We're just going to cover our days here rather than sort of scenery and things. You've seen it all before. I've got to get used to this heat again. It's just, it just takes your breath away. It really does. Now we're going to head to Transformers because it's a 5-minute queue for Transformers. You've got 10 minutes for Rip Rod Rocket, 10 minutes for the Mummy, which isn't too bad, to be honest. It doesn't feel super busy here, especially considering it's not Halloween Horror Nights. You sometimes find when it's Halloween Horror Nights and people are coming all day. Obviously they come a little bit later, but Transformers at 5 minutes I don't mind. We queued 45 minutes for this last time. I don't think it's a particularly great ride, maybe because I don't like Transformers. I much prefer Spider-Man over on Islands of Adventure, but 5 minutes we can deal with that. It doesn't feel like you're queuing so much because there's so much to look at and so much to do. You know, there's no graffiti on the walls, there's no one that's trashed it, you know, there's just zero tolerance and all of that. So they actually invest in how it looks. It just really makes the queue go quicker even when you're not walking through it. To have something to look at and a really good story. How good does that look? That is insane. Absolutely insane. Wow. We will be going in a tribute store before we leave Florida and obviously include it in our day video, but we are heading around the corner now to do the Mummy. Can't wait. I absolutely love the Mummy. A classic coaster, to be fair, that really has sort of held up with time. Just to give you an idea, I mean, we've been up to Gringotts, we've come back and done Transformers all in the space of 50 minutes. Mummy's got a 10-minute queue. That's our next destination. Love the detail in here. Imagine Toon Blaster like this. It's just so good. It's just such a good ride. It really is. The scenes, the motion, the variety, the launch lift hill. It's got a bit of everything. Absolutely loved it. That's for sure. Oh, that's a skill, that is. I think it's no secret that Universal want to get Epic Universe finished first before we see any more development. However, the Simpsons Land, Krusty Land over there is probably on the list, seemingly. Maybe changing the Pokemon. Of course, I don't know when I'm going to be coming back, so the Simpsons ride may well be the last time that I get to do it. Whilst I can't see Men in Black going anywhere, I think that's kind of a cult favourite. Oh, love it, love it. No pre-show today, which is a bit of a shame. He's always really interactive down there, but showing 15-minute queue. It's worth noting, everything seems to have a single rider queue, although it's not open for Men in Black at the moment. And I know this is a classic, and it's been here a while, but I still love it. Again, it's the scale that all this space is set aside. For a theme you don't need, but you do need, if that makes sense. There's the vehicle, only loading one side at the moment. I never fare too well on this. You get all the scores up at the end for everyone on the car, and again, this is very much a sheriff showdown for me. It just doesn't happen. There is Men in Black. Finished on 165,000. I still lost. I got the 100,000 bonus at the end for pressing the red button. It reminds me very much of the Fifth Dimension. It obviously doesn't do anything, but I think the first person that presses it gets the 100,000, and I still lost. I just don't understand the scoring. What was being, well, refreshed last year was DreamWorks Land, which is now open with the roller coaster. Now I know the coaster isn't new by any means, but actually I hadn't done it before. If it's walk on, I'll do it. Whilst I do count my coaster creds, it's not, I don't know, it's not sort of top of my things to do. But we're certainly going to go and have a look around because it's got some really, really unique snacks in here. And we are going to have a snack day of just eating crap, more so than normal. And you can see Shrek and Donkey are out as well. I did have a photo of Shrek last year. Chunky Donkey, Ice Pop, Swamp Dog, Shrexel, Far a Waffle. I mean, they've got the names on point, haven't they? Let's be honest. I did find it a bit weird. It's quite a big area. That they didn't put another attraction in here, but it's very much sort of kids' playhouses, you know, little interactive sections like King Harold's Swamp. And then funny enough, the playground area here actually is already closed off for improvements. I'm sure this is open, Shrek's Swamp, but it is shut at the moment. And of course the roller coaster here, which was an existing attraction, that's been completely refreshed for this year. That's a little baby one. It's a cred by any means. That's a 5-minute queue. Maybe we'll have a little look at it. Just while we're here as well, this is the souvenir cup, $21 including tax, for refills all day. And you can see the roller coaster. There's no one on the roller coaster. You're gonna have to go and get the cred. It's a high-speed coaster. The sign tells me it's a high-speed coaster. I'm sold. I'm sold. It's quite unique. It's got the netting on the sort of the between the restraints, which makes it quite difficult. It's not the most comfortable netting, but you take all your stuff on with it. But that is roller coaster done. That is a brand new ride. It's the first brand new ride since being in Florida. It's a roller coaster. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? It's a lovely new sign for E.T. to venture. As the entrance area is sort of pushed forward with the opening of Trolls Land? It's not Trolls Land, it's DreamWorks, isn't it? Yeah, it's DreamWorks. I have to say, it just feels, we've had a little walk around there, we've not covered it too much. It just feels a really missed opportunity, to be honest. Just, I don't know. It's certainly not busy today, which doesn't help, but E.T. is a classic. I have my EE passport. If you look at the communication device for home. Such a classic E.T. I remember not only did this scare like everyone, this wasn't released, was it, for about 6 years or something? I don't think where now you can get films after sort of a month. I think this took years to release, years before you could get to see this outside of cinemas. Staggering, it's not really that long ago, 34 years. E.T.'s a classic, an absolute classic. And actually you can see when you walk through here, this is a typical Halloween Horror Night scare zone. Obviously nothing during the day, and if you come during the day as well and you do have children, it is all covered up. Anything that might offend, like under this crocodile here, can't imagine what he's doing, and you don't get sort of the experience. However, come at night and this is a whole different level with the lights and smoke and obviously everything as well. A temporary delay, however when I'm ready, Rip Ride Rocket does have a single rider. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I have a feeling it's not going to be here an awful lot longer. Yes. I don't care what anyone says, that is great fun. I just find it weird, like seeing King's Cross here. You know, given that it's a British English sort of thing and names and what have you, as we head over now to Islands of Adventure. I think the 10-minute queue is literally walking up here, but here is the Hogwarts Express. I don't think we're going to get on this one. Now I know it's not real because it's on a pulley system, but tell me it doesn't look awesome as it pulls in. The original part of the Wizarding World. down here in Hogsmeade. Still looks spectacular now. Now, Hagrids still hasn't opened today. Very, very quiet over there as well. There's no like testing or anything going on whatsoever, which isn't a good sign. We may go up and have a look at Forbidden Journey, perhaps. Yeah, that's a locker one. It's good, they do provide free lockers, small lockers. If you bring a big bag, just be warned, you'll be paying $3 per ride while you ride. So the smaller bag you can bring to fit into one of the small lockers is 100% where you want to be. And obviously Flight of the Hippogriff is up here as well. For those in the UK, it's the same as the Rhino Coaster at West Midlands Safari Park. I mean, slightly better themed, obviously. But it's turning the corner and seeing the castle. It's just, yeah, you never get enough of it, really. When you talk about immersive themes, obviously Harry Potter's right up there, and you then throw that with an immersive queue, and you just don't mind walking onto Forbidden Journey. You just don't mind it. It's all really relevant, really well themed. Dumbledore's office.
If you would stroll straight to the dark side.
So obviously they're on robo arms. I think it was the first of its type, I'm sure it was. For me, I mean, like I said before, I prefer Gringotts. I actually don't. I think that is just magnificent. Here is VelociCoaster. Blown away by this ride, absolutely blown away by it. You take the theme and you just take the look, you take the speed, you take the lap bar, some of the elements. I fail to believe anyone doesn't like this. It's an easy top 5 coaster, in fairness. However, the single rider is usually closed for it, and today is no different. 25-minute queue. I don't think I've ever seen this low, even when I check times to come out here. I don't think I've ever seen it this low. Lockers on this are inside. You can't take a thing onto the ride. You are metal detected, so everything goes in the bag. But yeah, usually queuing around there and then all around here. It starts just here. I'll take that as a massive win. Something else. It really is something else. I fail to see how this wouldn't make even a seasoned person a top 20 ride. I just don't understand how it wouldn't. And I'll tell you, I prefer the restraints on the Max when I think of the lap bars now on Hyperia, and definitely the stall on Hyperia. I said initially that I thought that was better than this one, and I stick by that. This one's taken at such speed, it feels more like an inversion than it does a hang time. That said, the launches are so snappy, and the in and out of your seat kind of airtime moments are of force rather than sort of hang time. I absolutely love it. I just think it's brilliant. Is it better than Iron Gwazi? I said last time I preferred Iron Gwazi. I'm not going to get Iron Gwazi on this trip. However, it's still an amazing coaster. And with a 25-minute queue, we can ride it a few times today. We're heading around to Jurassic Park River Adventure. I did this in 2014 when we come out. I don't remember it that much. Apparently our moment got quite wet. Sounds like me, in fairness. However, you believe we'll get wet on this? Yep. Kurt has told me categorically that you do not get wet on this ride, and even if you're in the wrong seat, you'll get a splash. I'll investigate, and we'll go from there. Well, there's no investigating. There's a 5-minute queue. I can't find a drop part, and we've just kind of entered. So if we get wet, we get wet. And there's no place for your locker, and well, you have to pay for lockers here because lockers aren't necessary. You can take your bags on with you, which is good in one respect, bad in the respect that I don't have a waterproof phone. It goes one way or another. I think it looks dry, but it's walk on. So worst case scenario, you're gonna get a shower. The answer is no. You don't get very wet. Bit of a splash on the face, but other than that, all right. I'll just say, we were sitting next to a couple of children. So polite. The kids over here are just so polite. They're like, we won't pull the lap bar down till you're both ready. Just don't, honestly, Met some really lovely people out here. With no sign of Hagrids opening yet, we're going to kind of venture around here and do some of the other attractions, down to Spider-Man, likely the Hulk as well. Might do Cat in the Hat on the way past if it's walk-on. I certainly don't like queuing for it. It's not that good. So yeah, it's only 2 o'clock here. We've got a lot done in the 5 hours we've been here. A lot done. Still plenty of the day left. We are cautious. A thunderstorm is due between 4 and 5. It's literally walk-on. It's not a great ride, and we got stuck for 10 minutes. I'll put the footage in of where we got stuck, just a clip of it. Just imagine 10 minutes of that. House lights come on as well, which was quite cool to be fair, but no evacuation. We thought we'd stop there on the way past because it was walk-on, but ultimately it's taken 15 minutes to do a ride circuit on it as we head over towards Hulk and indeed Spider-Man. Here is Hulk. You can't take anything through on this. It is a metal detector. So we'll be leaving everything in lockers over here. It's not my favourite of coasters. I think when we come in 2014, I said I thought it was incredibly rough, to be honest with you. And everyone had a go at me, and then a year later they retracted it from the ground up. And I still found it a bit rough last year, so interested to see, but we'll give our review when we get off. There is the Hulk. I have to say, actually, apart from the fact it was walk-on, I've never known the park so quiet today. It says 15 minutes, but walk straight on it. It was running really well. It's got a bit of a rattle, sure. I think that's just the old design of the track, even though it's 10 years old. But actually, the forces that pulls, I'm really impressed with it. And hitting this dip bit before going into there, you can understand why people scream, but actually really enjoyed that. Definitely, yeah, up in my estimation, it's probably the best ride I've ever had on it. Now, whilst we're down here, that's the exit. We're heading this way down to Spider-Man, which shows a 10-minute queue. Again, regular visitors will know, particularly on a day like this, it's gorgeous today, a 10-minute queue for Spider-Man in the middle of the afternoon is kind of unheard of. So that's where we're heading. I can't believe actually how many rides we got done today. As we said, this is just day one vlog, we're not editing. Some of these might be quite long, some of them might not be quite long. Just can't believe how many rides we're getting done. The amazing adventures of Spider-Man. I don't think I've ever done Spider-Man and Transformers in the same day. Usually it's just not easy to do with the queue times, but again, pretty much walk on, which is just unreal. I prefer it. I do prefer it to Transformers. I had a good ride on Transformers this morning. I just think the mixture of physical and screen sets in there and just the way they integrate is far better than Transformers. Ignoring the storyline or the character as well, appreciating sort of the ride and how it is, I just think it's set up so much better. Really enjoyed it. Now last year when we come, Ripley Falls and the Rapids were both closed. They are both open this year, however, I'm not sure. Kurt's telling me I have to go on them. He's texting me now saying I have to go on them. I'm sure I've been on one of them, can't remember which one. You know, I don't count the log flumes and things, but the Toontown is where you can find both of the water rides. Kind of a forgotten area. I always forget this is here, I don't know why. And here is the Rapids ride. These are mammoth boats. Like mammoth boats, and this is the start of it. So this is Popeye. I mean, wow, that's insane, isn't it, how big they are. You put your stuff in the middle and then it all gets covered up. Because you're going to get wet. Walls were up last year when we come for Ripsaw Falls. It was undergoing quite an extensive maintenance. Jesus Christ. Right, let's head to the bridge. I mean, it looks wet. Let's assess the damage. Oh, they're wet. They're proper wet. Mental. Just mental ride. 15-minute queue for VelociCoaster on a day like today. Oh, amazing. Right, gotta have a look around the shop and see what other rides we're going to do. There we have it. Day one. Universal Islands of Adventure. I'm staggered the amount of rides we've got on today.